So as I was looking for inspiration for this video, I was on Unsplash Me and I came across this picture. So I decided that I was going to make my own version of it without tracing or anything. I just used some color grabs, so you can either insert the photo itself or use a reference layer in the canvas. So I inserted that so it would just hang out off to the side, but not be on the canvas itself, which is nice. After that, I decided I would just do the color grabbing from the photo itself, which is so nice that you can do that from the reference. And for anyone wondering, this is a stock photo, so it's not like I'm stealing someone's work. They posted this. So in order to do landscapes like this, where like the sun is setting and you're showing mountains of different color, you want to start with the top, the most front layer being at the top of the layers list, and then working your way down. So you'll notice I add a ton of new layers, and then start getting to work. Each layer is going to be on its, or each mountain is going to be on its own layer. This makes it easy to layer it. I recognized after that my scale was totally off. I brought these mountains up way too high in terms of the painting, so I messed that up. After that, I ended up using a lot of overlay clipping masks. So I was using the layer mask overlay, and I would just use either a darker gray or a lighter gray based off of its shade, and the overlay keeps it the same hue, which is nice. I added shade to the mountain. I added texture to a lot of things using charcoal brushes that are just built into Procreate. I just feel like it needed a little bit more texture. It obviously doesn't look like immaculately like the real thing, but it was really fun exercise to do to try and make like an actual landscape, whereas I've tried to like just make ones up in my head, but this one was really fun. So you can see that I'm adding some shadows and highlights in certain parts of the hills or mountains, and I was adding a lot of that highlighting and shadowing with the charcoal brushes, so it would also add texture. I also added a gradient at the top left of the painting, or the canvas, or whatever you want to call it, just with the darker color, because that's how it was in the actual photo. So I also did that, and I just did that by adding color and then using the Gaussian blur. Basically, I just used the Gaussian blur for the whole the whole painting. So you'll see that I do that a lot. But ultimately, this is how it turned out. And then after I looked at it for a second, I made some adjustments. So it's not the exact same thing, but here it is. I hope you can be inspired and do something like this too. And make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.